Hello and welcome to Beardicus Plays. My name is Beardicus and today I'll be playing Super Mario 64 Last Impact. Sort of, kind of. So, technically, I played this game like 5 years ago, uploaded the videos. This one didn't have any audio for some reason, so I'm gonna re-record it now, 5 years later. It'll be fun. This is not full screen. We'll edit that. There's the name of the video. So, okay. We're going back in Candyland, as you can see. I haven't watched this yet. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't remember this playthrough at all. I mean, I remember bits of it, but I don't remember this part, so we'll just have to, we'll just see what happens. We've already got the 100 coin star. I've been watching the playthrough. Kind of. I've been listening. It's awful. Don't watch this. Oh, well, that was a great... You know what? Better to die immediately than to die on the way to the star. Am I right? So, let's try that again. In fact, honestly, I'm kind of surprised I didn't edit that part out. Like... Oh man, I must have said something really funny the first time, because usually I just edit that kind of stupid thing out. Actually, I don't think that's true. I think I'm usually pretty faithful about that kind of thing. I didn't usually edit things out. Actually, it's not entirely true. I did use some very, I did cut out very specific clips from this playthrough because I was using save states occasionally, not very often. There were like 3 or 4 missions where I used save states and I edited them all out. Oh wow, that was so that bomb didn't even try to hit me. I remember using save states at one point in the LSD map. That's way later. LSD map, definitely the pinball machine, and possibly the roulette wheel. I know for a fact that, well, I guess, yeah, dodging the bombs, that's good advice. So, the point is that I didn't use save states very often. Also, I do also want to point out really quick that, the one map, like in episode 1 when I was doing those switches, I recognize I'm an idiot, but I'm not that bad at those puzzles anymore. I understand how they work now. Okay, I don't remember. I actually thought I did this in one try, so this is interesting to go back and watch. But it was deceptively hard. So I mean, I didn't leave the thing on the message on screen, but essentially, if you didn't see it in the previous episode, or one of the previous episodes, you have to make one full lap on this chocolate bar wafer thing without dying or falling off. And these mines just fly at you, and it's so hard to react to them because of how quick they move. It's just so sudden. Oh wow, that was a good... Oh, okay. Well, the first one was a good dodge. Second one, not so much. And the first mine, like, on the track, just doesn't even come close to hitting you, which I think is pretty funny. But, yeah, this is just, this is about it. Also, I guess we can talk about some other stuff that I think is funny about this playthrough so far. So I do remember that eventually I do have to go back and play the minigame, so it was pretty funny to watch me like go in there, play one minigame, and just be like, okay, yeah, I'm glad I don't have to do this, because I very much do have to do them. I don't know, that just popped into my head. It's hard to talk about a game that I haven't played in 5 years. Well, there you go. Okay, so it was 2 tries. I knew it didn't give me too much trouble compared to a lot of the other missions in this game. Let me tell you, I can't wait to get to episode 15. That's my favorite. Or was it 16? I think it was 15. It's called Tears on Gears. That's my favorite episode. So I can't wait to get there. Because I'm rewatching the entire playthrough while I unprivate everything. The Risky Roller Coaster Ride. This game, I do appreciate that it had a lot of alliteration in it. Well, not just that. What do you call it when it's like acronyms too? Lucid Surreal Dream is the first one that always pops into my mind because it's like, you know, LSD, and that was I describe it as a fever dream, I believe, but it is really more like a really bad trip, I assume. I've never done drugs, so I guess I don't know for sure. Anyway, I was also under the impression that dark chocolate coming out of the volcano was gonna act as lava. I specifically remember this. I assumed it was gonna be lava because it's coming out of, you know, it's like a chocolate lava cake or whatever it's called, but if I remember correctly, it actually just makes it hard to jump. It tries to like drag you off the screen, but it's not guaranteed to kill you, I think. I don't know, whatever. The point is that it's not actually lava, even though the pun was right there, and they just didn't do it. These are not the gears that I was referring to by the Tears on Gears, although that was a very similar issue to what I had with the Tears on Gears gears that evoked tears. Okay, so, bunch of spiky things. It's kind of interesting. I don't know why they didn't just have the spikes coming out. And it's interesting level design to do that, but it's also kind of weird, because this game doesn't usually pull punches, so it's kind of weird to have the spikes retract like that. It gives you like a chance to miss a jump. Without just straight up, not necessarily killing you. I assume the spikes were more like lava, where you touch them and you would bounce out with like 3 damage, or I guess it would just be 3, because if you land in lava, I don't know if there's any way to reduce the damage. If you catch fire in this game, you can reduce it. I think I was talking about that earlier in the playthrough on the Bowser fight, or if you jump really quickly, you'll only take 2 damage instead of 3, which I think is interesting. Interesting to note. So interesting, in fact, that I bring it up every time I play this game. Okay, there you go. That start was nice and easy. It was one try, right? Yeah, I think. Yeah, because the time I walked off counts as an attempt at the roller coaster. So, yeah. The Honey Falls. Oh, I remember this one. This is the one with the giant marshmallows and stuff. And just the faucets sticking out of nowhere. Oh, man. I don't remember, I don't remember if I talked about how weird that was, but it was weird enough that I still remember it. And do people put marshmallows in honey? Is that like a thing? Because I feel like they wouldn't go great with each other. But I don't know, maybe I just don't know how to enjoy honey. But it's just, maybe they're not marshmallows? I can't imagine what else they are, though. I don't know. I guess you could, I don't know. I've never tried it. I guess it's like just a bunch of sugar at that point, so it's like, what's a little more sugar? It probably wouldn't, I don't know. Anyway, the point I'm making is that it just kind of seems like a weird combination. I don't know, honey's not really something you think of very often when you do like these sweets levels. Yeah, I mean, this kind of theme goes... Wow, did I just skip the entire thing? That was almost really clever, you know, up until I exploded. Okay, and I guess we're gonna speed things up a little bit. Ooh, nice juke. Okay, so yeah, I guess I basically just skipped the entire mission. That was... okay. Okay, so I want to say, judging from the way the marshmallow, like, shrank when I jumped on it, I'm gonna guess that if you ground pound on them, you might be able to spring off of them. I feel like that's worth trying, but I don't remember well enough to know if that's what you do or not. I definitely think you're supposed to go from the one marshmallow to the other. Interesting that the honey is not hard to jump out of, because that was definitely what I thought was gonna happen there, but... Oh, okay. Honey faucet. Would that even work? Oh, I forgot. The thing I was gonna say is all the video for the next 2.5... okay, and then... I could actually play the fast-forwarding music here, because I assume I still have it. Because I haven't edited a video like this in literally years. To the point that I was surprised that the intro was still like so fresh in my head. But yeah, so... Oh my god. I will admit that the fast forwarding with this camera is not great. I really shouldn't have done that. I just really liked playing the fast forward music. But... anyway, what I was gonna say before was, oh, yep, there you go. See, I did not remember that that's how that worked. But my brain was just like, I bet that's how it works. Where am I? Oh, I'm going to get some coins. Yeah, what do you... I bet I die here. This guy's gonna kill me. There's no way he doesn't kill me. Hey, I was just gonna say that it seems weird to put, like, marshmallows... Oh, I actually killed one for once. It just seems weird to put marshmallows in a honey river, even aside from the fact that I don't think anyone does that. Because it's also, like... How do you even put marshmallows in a honey? Because the honey is so thick. And marshmallows are so light. It just, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it, You know, I'm gonna... I think, I may have skipped the entire level by riding the mine track like I did. I think it actually took longer to get here though, because I had to walk all the way up and around like that. And apparently it doesn't take any like tough jumps or anything, you just ground pound and bounce. Well, anyway, point is, we got it, so congratulations to me. And are we... Oh, I got my hopes up a little bit because I thought we were going somewhere else. But, I guess not. It's not that I don't want to only be here. I just think it'd be interesting to do commentary over different levels as opposed to just the same level over and over like this. Because, like, what do I even say? If I'm not playing the level... Although, on the other hand... having watched the rest of this playthrough, the bar is really, really low in terms of commentary. Oh, are we actually going somewhere different? Oh, okay, so this is the level that I remember the best. The Dusky Doomed Dale. That's a dumb name. But it is alliterative, and we all know that I like me some alliteration. Speaking of which, I think the next episode is actually called Mario's Mind Mirror Madness or something like that, so there's some alliteration for you. But yeah, so this level, I specifically remember the prison in this level. The market is closed today. Everyone's busy preparing for the witch bombing later. Witch bombing? Okay, well, you know what? I assume that means that the witch is gonna come through and bomb them. It's very nice of the witch to warn them that that's gonna happen, or maybe they're gonna bomb the witch, or well, that's unfortunate, because anyway, either way, whatever it is, I remember the prison escape sequence in this level, so I believe it's actually one of the missions that I don't know how to say his name, Kaze Emanuar, Kaze, I don't know how to say his name, but the maker of this hack, I believe he actually had to go back and make it easier. There are a few missions like that, one of them being the Red Tower. I'm pretty sure that he went back and made the camera work better in the Red Tower, which Lord knows he had to. So, just had something I wanted to say, and I can't remember. I mean, I guess I could pause the recording, but I want it to be more natural, so it's just got to be completely stream of thought. Anyway, so I do remember the plot. I won't spoil the plot. The church is currently being haunted by ghosts. I recommend you don't enter it if you want to talk to God anyway. You can go to the... I thought it was going to go to the top of the... Oh, wow, okay. If you want to help the church out or beg for forgiveness, gold coins or other valuable things at the top of the church's tower. Okay, I don't know why that second message went so long, but whatever. So, this part, I don't remember the church. Although this gives me some very, oh my god. Some very Banjo-Kazooie vibes with the, what is the church in that one called? In Mad Monster Mansion, there's a church. It's not Creepy Steeple, that's from Paper Mario. It's, I don't remember, but there's a church in that, and the pews look exactly the same. Not quite exactly, they look a lot better in Banjo-Kazooie. No offense to the mod, you know, it's expected, because it's, you know, it's a mod, you have to make all the assets. Well, I mean, you know, obviously you can take assets from the base game, but any assets that aren't in the base game you have to make. Although I guess Banjo-Kazooie had to make all their assets too, but it's different when you're making it for the game and you have to, like, kind of smush the assets into the game. There's a big difference. And I do recognize that. But I don't want to be mean to the mod because it's clear a lot of work went into it, but it's not good. I don't want to be mean to the mod, but it was way too ambitious. And this guy's made some great stuff. I'm recording this right after making like a week after making my most recent Mario Hack stream. I stream on Twitch now, by the way, link in description. I streamed a Mario 64 ROM hack very recently, made by Kaze Emanuar. And it was called Peach's Fury, and he recently, like, used... So there was, like, a big, a leak from... A big Nintendo leak, where the original source code for Mario 64 was leaked, and Kaze Emanuar took the source code and basically rewrote it to just run better. So he can run the game at, like, 60 frames per second on the original hardware. And he released, like, a little ROM hack to showcase it, and that was Peach's Fury, and I played it, and it was a lot of fun. It was probably one of the best ROM hacks I've ever played for Mario 64, actually probably for anything. But it wasn't like a full ROM hack. Like I said, it was really just to showcase the 60 frames per second thing. And I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, and so the point is that he makes good stuff. It's just this hack was a little too ambitious too quickly. The level sizes are way too big, which is what I liked about Peach's Fury. It was a very big level, but it was only one level, and it had like 25 stars spread out throughout it. So it was actually kind of like a Mario Odyssey level, where, you know, it's just a big sandboxy type level. You got to find all the stars, and you get one star and you keep going. It's not like the actual Mario 64 where you get a star and you have to start the level over. Which, by the way, I never actually had an issue with outside of, like, Tall Tall Mountain and maybe Tick Tock Clock. But other than those two, I really never even noticed. That is, by the way, one of the very few things about the DS version of Mario 64 that I think is better than the original. is Tall Tall Mountain. So what they did in Tall Tall Mountain is after the first mission, they actually add hoots to the beginning of the level, so you don't ever have to climb the mountain again, which is so nice. Oh, there's the one that I remember this. Okay, I don't think that the story comes into play in this episode because looking at the recording, it's been about 20 minutes, and I think most of these episodes go for about 20 minutes. We could check. Oh no, we're only halfway through. We got 15 more minutes. Who knows? Although I am clearly going for the 100 coin star, as I usually do when I first enter a level. I like to just get that over with. Oh look, Toadette, just a high-res image of... not high-res, let me rephrase. Relatively high-res for a Nintendo 64 game, image of Toadette, who actually wouldn't be created until the GameCube era, so that's really interesting. I mean, obviously, I know it wasn't in the game, it was imported, but... blacksmith, I have absolved... I'm one of the rare blacksmiths that can craft power stars. If you want me to craft one, bring me a piece of gold, 1 diamond crystal, and a blooming power flower. Right. Okay, so I was thinking that you had to bring stuff. Never mind. I won't get into that until it's relevant. But I haven't really been climbing up anything this whole time, have I? Okay, so yeah, they did mean the witch bombing because they're gonna... So, essentially, what they mean by witch bombing is that they're gonna bring the witch over to this thing here and blow blow them up with bombs. And we can... That's actually part of the plot, but it's not explained super well here, but that's what it means. See, I was under the impression that it was like the witch is gonna bomb the village or whatever, but evident from my future knowledge of the game, that is not going to be the case. You know, this could actually be kind of like a fun little series. I just go back through every episode and just record more audio over it. So you could just... The question is, should I, like, mute the original audio, or should you be able to hear me talking over myself and the game? That's really unfortunate, because I was at the top of the church, but whatever. It's no big deal. Oh, these boxes break. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a different mod, wasn't it? So, like I said, I recently just played a bunch of Mario 64 mods. There was a different one that I played called something. Was that the Crystal? No, that wasn't the Crystal Stars. It was the other one I played. Back to the 1-up. No, I don't even want it. So there was a different hack that I was thinking of, where it opens and you're standing next to a bunch of boxes. The first thing I tried to do was break the boxes, and you can't break them. They're just indestructible. So that's what I was thinking of. This game didn't have that. This game had just really bad level design. But at least all the boxes are breakable. Oh man, I'm not gonna be a jerk to the game though, because it's, again, a lot of work went into this game. So I'm not gonna like be mean to it. It's just, oh man, it's just one of those things where when the game is, you know, when you're making a ROM hack and, you know, it's a part of it isn't working very well, and it's just, it's not fun challenging, it's just frustrating challenging. I feel like it's kind of on you as the mod designer to go back and change things. And to his credit, he did occasionally. Not for every area where I had an issue. Actually, maybe he may have gone back to every area I have an issue with. Not before I played them all. The aforementioned Tears on Gears episode. I believe I bring this up in a very distant future episode after the patch comes out, that he actually did make the gears a little more responsive, or like the physics on them works a little differently. Stop trying to stand on the step. Just do it like that. Okay, there you go. At least you tried. Go for a triple jump wall jump. It's just okay, Lord. Anyway. Anyway. There are certain areas in this game. I mentioned this already. I think. Did I? Maybe not, but I know I mentioned it in the description. Oh, wow, 86 coins. I wasn't even paying attention. I know I mentioned this in the description of one of the previous episodes, where I was recording this back at the point where I was kind of like in the mindset where, oh, you know, to be, if you're gonna do commentary, you know, you gotta be funny constantly. You gotta, oh, that feels bad. You gotta be funny constantly, and nothing's funnier than that exaggerated rage stuff. So if you go back to the, oh my god, what was it called? It was, the Red Tower episode, when I got really mad. I wasn't actually that mad. I actually specifically remember feeling really weird about this at the time. But I wanted, because I thought the exaggerated rage was funny. I thought it was all the rage back then. So, like, I took part in it. I tried to, oh, don't leave to refill your health. Ugh, man. Okay, look, all you have to do, you get up to that one side, just wall jump off the one side, and then treat the banister that I'm trying to get up to, you just treat that like it's another wall. You just start wall jumping between them and you'll get up to the top super easily. I don't know why I'm so bad at this. This wasn't even the first ROM hack I'd ever played, so I don't know why it's giving me so much issue. Oh, don't go in there. Oh boy, okay. Oh. Well, you know what? That's not what I was referring to. So the stuff in there, I actually remember this as well. The game crashed. One of the other patch notes is that they fixed the mine crashing the game. See, I told him not to go and get more coins. At least I didn't die. That's true. I told him not to get more coins. I didn't remember this is how this episode ended. I didn't skip ahead. I told him not to get more coins. He could have made it up there without taking any more damage. He would have been fine. But, you know what? Oh, are we still playing? Oh, we're still... Okay, I thought that was going to be the end of the episode, but okay. It was also very important to me that I not get any game overs. Oh. Oh, we've come to steal your princess and we won't leave empty-handed. So these... Oh, that's right, you'd better surrender now or else you'll feel the triangle formation. We might look like ordinary Goombas, but our bodies have been empowered with the power of the stars. You don't look like ordinary Goombas, you look like very colorful Goombas. So these guys, this puzzle took me so long to solve. Because it's like, okay, based on just the feedback that you get, it's like you can land on this, you can ride it. I thought that I had to ride it somewhere. I ground pounded and nothing happened. Now, I will pause really quick so I can explain this. So, what happened when I ground pounded is that the Goombas got slightly shorter. I did not notice that at the time. I only noticed it after the fact. What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to ground pound on them 3 times. Nothing in the game indicates that, aside from the fact that when you ground pound them, they get slightly shorter. I didn't notice that at first. So I tried punching them. So my thought process was, okay, so I can't hit them from above because they've got this, which means I have to hit them from, like, the side. So I tried to punch them. Didn't work. But, also I should mention that I don't know if it was in this episode or the next time I tried fighting them, because like I said, this took me a very long time to figure out. I was thinking, okay, this is the boss version of those helmeted Goombas that I saw in that one sub-level. I actually got in a kind of an argument about this on my main channel because I pointed out how this is bad design because there's no feedback when you ground pound on them. But I'll cover that in a minute. So I thought it was like the boss version of those helmeted Goombas. So I actually, at some point, I'm gonna run around looking for a fire flower because I think that this is like, you know, you need the fire flower to destroy the helmeted Goombas. I thought that was the logic here as well because the game taught me that's how that works, but it's not. It's a completely unrelated boss fight. So I kind of got in an argument on my main channel about it because I mentioned in one of my videos, I was talking about this. It was my first video, actually, where I was talking about this and and how this is bad design because there's nothing. So this is the part where I thought that I needed them to take me somewhere, or I realized that they follow me left and right, so I thought that I had to bring them somewhere. That's also not how it works. So I don't know if this is the point where I'm like, okay, I'll just figure it out later. Oh, wow, that guy, Spider Goomba. Okay, so it looks like they're still damaged. I think they're still slightly short. I don't know. No, maybe not. I don't know. It's like I said, it's hard to tell. So I basically said it was bad design because they taught me, the game teaches me that to kill a Goombas with a helmet, you use a fire flower, and somebody was like, no, that's clearly a different type of Goomba, and it's like, yeah, it's different. So I don't know how I missed them shrinking there, but I did because I didn't know to look out for it. Actually, you know, it is fair because I didn't realize that I had to look out for it, and with the camera moving with Mario, like, you know, Mario's like growing and jumping and the camera's following him. Okay, this is actually pretty clever. Needing to maybe hit them with a coconut. I mean, that's a clever solution. I don't really know how that would have worked, but kudos for trying. The one thing I remember about this fight, so this is where I was looking for like a fire flower or something. I specifically went, is there like a fire flower around here? I didn't explain the thought process, so I'm actually glad that I could go back and explain it now. I see, I took a detour to get the extra one up. God, I got this one up so many times. You guys are gonna, you'll see what I mean eventually. The little jump cut there. Straight into death. Well, you know what? We broke even on lives, so it works. I'm glad that I got a chance to go back and explain the thought process on the fire flower because originally it was just me running around saying, is there a fire flower around here, with no logic, like no explanation for the logic. Oh, I didn't take damage there. This is the part that really annoys me. No, maybe not. There's a point where I almost ground pound on them for a third time, but I missed the ground pound and I don't try it again because, again, there was no feedback, so I didn't realize that I was doing the proper thing. If there had been, all they had to do when you ground pound, pop out a coin. That's it. That's all they had to do. That's all he had to do, because it was the one guy making this. And again, I recognize that they shrink whenever you hit them, but if you don't notice it at the time, like I didn't, I thought that it was just like a weird clipping glitch. Oh, yeah, okay, so I think what happened there, the one Goomba, like, went up the pole and hit me. So I'm still in that was the spot right there. Had I landed that ground pound, I would have defeated the Goomba brothers, yeah. And I don't try it again. I don't try it again right away. I do try it again eventually. I don't remember if I figured out the solution, or if I solve it by accident. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there, because the audio, there might be one or two other episodes in this series where the audio doesn't work, but I think once I noticed that happened in this video, I started going back and double checking every time I uploaded a video. The problem was I only noticed it with this one after deleting the original file off of my computer, so I couldn't really go back and re-upload it. Plus, you know, nobody was watching the series anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, that feels real bad. Just let the Goombas kill you at that point. Like, either give up on the 100 coin star or just let the Goombas kill you. Or, like, I mean, not necessarily, not the Goombas specifically, just... I'm saying that he should just die and reset. Okay, I think that... Well, okay, never mind. So, yeah, the Goombas... I got into an argument about it because... Oh, that time it worked. Okay. Because I know I have to go back here later, but... Whatever. Ooh, the diamond! Because he mentioned that he needed gold, a diamond, and something else to make the power star. See, I'm figuring stuff out. Oh, and then this is the exit to the other thing. What do you call it? The prison. I wanted to say something about the Goomba Brothers, but I can't remember what it was. I've lost my train of thought. So that's one thing that hasn't changed over the years. I may not mumble as much as I do in the rest of the series anymore, but I still lose my train of thought all the time. There was that one episode. Oh, what game was that in? There was an episode where I make a joke. Seeing as Resident Mission is largely going to be what we saw earlier, you'll skip ahead. I appreciate that, me. Past me. Actually, I had this idea where there would be a lore on the channel, where even though I was, playing the games, doing commentary and all that, I was gonna have like the lore be that there was a separate writer and editor, and Beardicus was just like somebody else. So I guess I mean, that's still the case on the main channel. I never really explained that, but that is technically still part of the lore. And, I have the next main channel script, like, written. I still have to go back and revise it, but I have the rough draft written. Oh my god, every time he goes through a map, I keep, like, holding my breath, like, oh god, is it gonna freeze? Oh man, but, anyway, the next episode is written, and it does start the arc where we kind of start exploring the difference between the writer, the character, and the editor. But no spoilers. Okay, cool. So we got the 100 coin star. So even if the game freezes now, we don't have to worry about it. So that's always good. And I'm gonna guess that I'm heading back to the mine and it's gonna freeze, because I will say that while I didn't watch this episode before recording this, I did like kind of jump through it to different points to check to make sure that there was no audio whatsoever. And I did see the very end, which, while I didn't see this part, I did see this part. Don't bother standing by. Did the other one say, please stand by? Where was that? Like, over here somewhere? Hang on. Where was it? It was after all this stuff. Here it is. Yeah, okay. Technical difficulties, please stand by. At least you didn't die. It's a good one. And then at the end, don't bother standing by, because it was the end of the episode. So I was doing the outro, which you can tell because there are 40 seconds left and you're only supposed to have it go for 20 seconds. But I guess I could just cut out whatever's left. So I guess thanks for watching. You can do the subscription stuff. I've been unblocking all this. You can click on the bubble or the card to watch other stuff. And we'll see you next time. And until then, have a good day and goodbye.